Hello students, this is Safran here, and today our topic is perfect tenses. Okay, in our last class I taught you continuous or progressive tenses. So today I am going to teach you perfect condition. So in perfect condition we have present perfect tense, past perfect tense and future perfect tense. So first of all I tell you what is perfect tense. Basically perfect tense is what? When we talk about an action which is completed. Okay, for a completed action we use perfect tenses. Okay, so present perfect is what? When an action is started in past and ended in present. Okay, in recent present or in present time, there we use present perfect tense. So we have helping verbs here, has and have. For subject he, she, it and third person singular we use has, and for third person plural, first person, second person, and for third person plural we use have. Okay, so formula of present perfect is, first of all we use subject, doer of an action, then helping or has have, then verb third form. It is very important here. Okay, we always use third form or past participle form in perfect tenses. Okay, not in continuous perfect tenses but in simple perfect tenses. In simple perfect means here present perfect or past perfect and future perfect. So all in simple perfect tenses we use third form, past participle form, then object, and if we have any time, duration of time, okay, there we use since and for. In negative we use first subject, then helping verb, then not, then verb third form, objects, since for and time. And in for interrogative we use helping verb first, then subject, verb third form, object, since for plus time and then question mark. So we have some uses of present perfect tenses. I have mentioned the first one here. So we use perfect tenses, present perfect tenses for action that started in the past but stopped recently. Okay, means an action which has already been completed in recent past, there we use present perfect. So you can see the example here of first use, I have just completed my work. It shows that I started in past but in recent past I have done this and there is a proof. In second, she has already sent the email. Okay, it means she was making the email and now she has sent it to me and I have it is in my email box, inbox. Okay students, now I am giving you the second use. So students, this is the second use of present perfect. We also use present perfect for such actions that is started in the past but continue to the present. Okay, means it's still going on. For example, I have spent 20 years studying French. It means I've been studying it for 20 years and still I am studying it. So there we use this sense. He has worked as an administrator for years. Means he started working as an administrator in the past and still he is in such job. So there we use present perfect. So for experience we also use present perfect. For example, I have taught English to many students. So this is my student, this is my experience which is still I am doing there, and I have visited his office many times. Okay, it's my experience that I have visited his office for many times. And this is the fourth use of present perfect. We use present perfect also present perfect for actions of a duration that occurred in the past but are of unspecified times. When we use past simple, there we use specific time, but when we do not mention any specific time, there we use present perfect. Like she has visited London, we have built a house. Okay students, this is our present perfect. This is our future perfect tense, and perfect means completed action. So we also use perfect tenses in future tense, and this is the definition of future perfect, that it indicates a future action that will be finished or completed before a specific time. Okay, you can see the word specific time here. This is very important here in future perfect. So when we talk about a finished action before specific time of the future and their actions have not yet occurred, it means that you can easily understand this from this timeline. It is your present time, okay, and it is your past time. So when we do something in future, and there is another time. This is a specific time of the future. Before this specific time coming, before the arrival of this specific time, this action would have been done. Before coming of this time, there we use future perfect. Okay, it means here that. Okay, for example, I am not giving you the example here, but I first tell you what is the helping of future perfect. We use will have as a helping verb in future perfect, and its formula is subject plus helping verb, verb third form, and object. Okay, and it is important here, when we use two helping verbs together, we split helping verbs in making its negative and interrogative. Like when we make its negative, there we use first subject, then we use will, then we split it and then use not, then have, then verb third form, and then object. In interrogative we use first will, then subject, then have, then verb third form, and then object and question mark. Okay students, now you can see the example of this sentence. You can easily get the idea where do we use future perfect. So I am repeating my the definition of future perfect. Future perfect is used when we talk about a future action which occur in the future, and before the and action will be completed in the future before coming a specific time, there we use future perfect. Okay, before coming of that time we would have done something, there we use future perfect tense. Okay, so friends, this is the example of future perfect tense. You can see how to make it. I will have read this book before 2 o'clock. So here you see helping verb, and you see I will have done this work of reading the book before 2 o'clock. So this before 2 o'clock is what? Specific time of the future. Before coming of 2 o'clock, I will have done what? Reading. In negative we use I will not have. Okay students, you can see the splitting of helping verb. I will not have, not I will have, not. Okay, but I will not have read this book before 2 o'clock, or will I have read this book before 2 o'clock. Okay students, this is our future perfect tense. I hope you got the idea. Thank you. And this is our past perfect tense. So you can see the timeline here. When do we use past perfect tense? Basically, past perfect tense is used when we perform two actions in the past. So for first action we use past perfect, which is also called earlier past. Okay, and for second action we use past simple. Okay, so past perfect is such tense which is used when we talk about past two actions, and for the first action we use past perfect, and for the second action we use past simple. Okay, for this first action we also use the word earlier past. Okay, so for past perfect we use helping verb had, and its formula is for affirmative we use subject, helping verb had, verb third form, object, and if there is time duration there we use since and for. For starting time we use since, and for duration we use for. Okay, in negative we use subject first, then helping verb, then not, verb third form, then object, since for, then time. Interrogative we use first helping verb, then subject, verb third form, object, since for, and time, and in the last we put question mark. Okay, so like present perfect we have learned few uses of present perfect. So in the same way we have some uses of past perfect tense. This is the basic definition of present past perfect, that for earlier past we use past perfect, and its first use is we use past perfect for actions completed before another action begins. Okay, both in the past. It is same definition of this timeline. For example, I had never flown in an aeroplane before I went to London. So I have done two actions in the past. One is flying with airplane, and second is went to the London. But which which action I have done first? I had never flown. So this one is first one, there we use past perfect, and this one occurred in the second, in the past, there we use past simple. Okay, so after she had attended the college, she became a police officer. So you can see this is also what first action which occurred in past, earlier past, and after this action, this action occurred. So there we use past simple. Okay, so students, it is the second use of past perfect. It is also used to show that an action happened before a specific time in the past. Okay, it means that before a specific time in the past, when some action is done, for that action we use past perfect. For example, before 2008 he had established his company in 2008. It means that before 2008 he had already done something. What he had done? He had established his company. Okay, second, he had never played football until last week. So this is what a specific time of the past, and before this specific time this work has been done. That's there we use past perfect. So for actions expressing third conditional, for third conditional we also use past perfect. For example, if I had listened during class, I would have passed the test. Okay, this is past regret. Okay, for past regret we use third conditional sentences. If you had understood me, you would not have asked me. So this is also what third conditional. And for third conditional, okay, subordinate clause we use past perfect. Okay, subordinate clause, not main clause. And for this is the fourth use of past perfect, what? To show dissatisfaction with the past. Okay, when we have regrets or dissatisfaction from our past, with there we also use past perfect, like I wished I had told the truth. Okay, and second, she wished she had seen her friend. Okay, so this is our past